Hello. Welcome. It's Wednesday. We have some fun times. We have some new people. We have some old friends. We have some new games. But welcome, everyone. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. This is the channel. And tonight, we play some Starblade Battalion Memories. We're going to go around. I will let my charming players introduce themselves, but keep who you are as a kind of general vagueness. We're gonna do some wonderful description introductions as we get started. So why don't we start on to my left on the overlay with Lynn. Hi Lynn, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited to finally get to play in a mech game. It's been one of the things I've been hoping for as long as I've been playing these things, so I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm Lynn, she, her, and also go as flying cirrus pretty much everywhere. Very excited.
Reasons to be excited indeed. And then directly below Lynn on the overlay, there's a person who I haven't gotten to play with in like so long. It's been almost over a year, Eddie. Why has it been over a year?
I don't know. It's been a year. Hi, I'm Eddie Freeman. You may have seen me play with Deidre or Prax on Simon's channel, Wandering DM. Amazing people. I'm very excited to once again play with Deidre. She's amazing, and I get to play in Mechs this time. The whole time. Last time it took us almost like until like a year's worth of play to get into some Mechs. So very excited to start in Mechs with Mekton. I love this genre. And I love the characters that we've built. Very excited.
Exciting. And next up, next to Eddie, we have another person who it's been so long since I got to play with. Hi, PB. How you doing?
I'm doing well, and I'm super excited to play in some mechs. Get to live out my dreams of being in the Zoids universe. Today I'm playing Calix Mitsley, and I'm very excited. Very excited.
There is a lot of excitement. I'm glad we're getting to live out everyone's, childhood fantasies and fun times. But next to PB, we have Hi Pope.
Hi everybody. Doing good. Hey everybody. Pope World Bill on Twitter, Pope World on Twitch. I lurk in all your streams, and it's good to be back here with all these wonderful people. And if you have been following my ridiculous face, yes, I'm in a mech again. No, I am not the worst person in the world this time. So no, I'm not starting out playing a war criminal. We will see how things go.
This is all true. We'll see what happens. It is Mekton. Anything could happen. And then last, but certainly never least, hi Lindy.
Yeah, I'm not least Lindy. So that's a good comfort in life. It's one of the small things. Hi, I'm Lindy, and I have a very attention-needy cat on my lap. I'm very excited because I love anime, and I decided to style my new wig that I got on clearance as anime as possible, and I'm pretty pleased with the results. So, good times, fun times. And I'm not playing the worst person in the world either.
That might be true.
To clarify, I'm also not playing the worst person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one is playing the worst person in the world.
See?
We're not in the world, so all bets are off. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah. That's for because there's more than just the world.
There's all of space.
The universe.
Guys. Come in. Why you no work?
Oh no.
Wouldn't be a game without technical.
It wouldn't be a game without technical difficulties, and I'll figure that out eventually because I need to make sure that the commands are working.
Yeah.
But today we are playing another wonderful thing. Couple things, some very interesting, fun things I get to share. So if you saw the tweet that went out, our dear friends at Telsorian have given us a little bit of the permission to give away some fun things. I get to give away a Mekton Zeta and a Mekton Zeta Plus set to digital PDFs for once for each of these 6 weeks that we're going to have fun with this little mini OVA campaign. So there will be at intermission, there will be a command that you will put in chat, and the raffle will hopefully work correctly. Commands need to work and work. And that's from our dear friends at Talsorian. But you will also notice that there is, for those of you who hang out around the channel, know that channel points are very useful for, because they can give, well, like all great R. Talsorian games, this game has luck as a stat. It is very, very useful and can be the difference between perhaps someone being insta-killed as their mech explodes and possibly surviving to eject. It'd be very important. And each member of the wonderful chat, you can donate a single point of luck to the pool for the players to use each session, but only once. Each person can only donate once for a total of 10, so that's the rules. You'll see it in the channel point book. We call them commendations. But that's the nitty-gritty, complicated things. We should get into the story. It is the year 2181. May 19th, 2181. It has been just over 6 months since the incident, since the Starblade Battalion really kind of came into being. The almost just over a year since the Battle of the Northern Rings and the ODF fleet, Outer Defense, Outworld Defense Forces, basically destroyed via SAC. The Pelidades, the Corp-owned Colony Worlds, and Earthspace, the USSA, Earthsphere, run by the Gaian, the Council, are getting ever closer to full civil war. Two massive powers. Both have spent time, well, creating giant minefield, gravitational explosives, singularity events, explosives around their borders. And in between, the ragtag bunch of the Starblade Battalion has started recruiting, trying to maintain secrecy. They want to keep these two major powers from destroying each other and destroying everyone else around them. How to do so. And we're going to pick up with one of these teams on a flight deck of the Starblade. Former colony ship, turned mining ship, turned manned vessel of a fleet that wishes to stand against two of the strongest empires the universe has ever seen. A single colony ship and 7 cruisers, a mere 83 mechs at last count. but these teams are unique. Each of them not a single massive fighting force, a army or a platoon, but small, designed to be multi-purpose, infiltration, sabotage, combat as needed. We're going to start on this flight deck. Starblade. It's space. It's never really warm. It's kind of cold. But we see these mechs as they're coming in, cleaned, being serviced. Eddie, what do we see? Look at the camera pans down over the rail of the 3rd floor onto the flight deck to see this stowed.
You see a very vibrantly red hair individual with a little bit of a messy scruff, short, very a chiseled jaw, but has like scar on their neck that you see kind of goes down into their chest a little bit. A tight flight suit, very serious looking, going over their different pieces of equipment. They have green eyes, very bright. The contrast of their green eyes and their hair is one of their trademarks that has them noticed down the hallways of the ship. The Rowan is lean, very like a warrior that is getting ready for battle.
And what does this mech look like?
Ooh.
Stands under to it.
Yeah, the mech. Well, the glorious Raptor Eye. From his own design, Rowan looks up, making sure that each piece is where it's meant to be. It has a large, well, actually, it's more of a holster, but with a that would store the beam sword on one side of this raptor body, with 2 humanoid arms and heavily decked out in samurai armor.
So, as you're standing, looking at Raptor mech with sword, samurai, you hear a heavy thud and tread. Gibson, behind you. His tread is noticeable. He has 2 cybernetic legs from prosthetics. He tells different people different stories about how he got them. No one's really ever gotten a true answer.
It's probably a set of footsteps that I'm very familiar with.
Yes. And he's not making any attempt to be quiet as he comes up behind you and just kind of slightly overpowered, puts his arm on your shoulder, just kind of pats your shoulder, pats your back to kind of
Forcefully.
and leans in and goes, scratch the paint.
I knew it was going to happen. Eventually. They saw me. But it took them several moments. And many of them had already died.
You scratch the paint. You reap. And he kind of, with one hand on your shoulder, brings the paint bucket up from around and just hands it to you. He's like, looking at you like, my job is to fix it.
And I think Rowan like does so, or takes the paint and just gets to work. Like he's he's serious about his work. So. Doesn't scorn having to do the extra work.
And as he kind of pats you on the back and starts walking, you can hear him shout out to, well, the other mech beast that's parked next to yours, to Calyx. PB, what do we see?
As you pan over to see Calyx, they're standing next to their mech, wild blue hair that just kind of works. They are tall, lithe, and well dressed in like a suit that almost looks like you'd get it out of you'd see it straight off of a racehorse. You look over at them as they glance over to see Rowan once more getting in trouble for something or other. You see a glint of their eye. They're blue, but wait, were they purple? You don't know as it pans back over. They're standing next to what looks like just maybe is it a tank? You're not really sure until Calyx hits a certain part of the tank and it stands up and you see, oh no, it's actually a mech lion in a beautiful light blue of a light blue color with some off swaths of a darker blue, very much as if you'd see it just running out there in a race, and also a nice number on the side of 43, right on the side of it, which absolutely classy, not trashy, classy look. And yeah, that's what you see when you look over at Calyx.
And as the camera follows Gibson as he makes his way towards you, he kind of stops as he just shouts at you, Leo, make sure Rex doesn't burn the place down.
No guarantees, boss.
Where's Watcher when I need him? And he just keeps striding purposely down. You hear the scuffle a little further down of a couple of the crew hands of the Starblade. Not mech pilots, just crew of the Starblade itself getting into a little bit of a scuffle, distracting Gibson, and as he starts shouting out that they can fight anywhere they want, but not on his flight deck. And the camera follows behind Calyx towards, well, what do we see, Pope?
Further back on the flight deck, more towards a retrofit bay, is a slight in comparison to the two mech beasts. A Mekton that's only 19 tons. One that is being up armored at this moment. So you see a bit of the frame, and it's an old mining style Mekton. This thing is not designed for combat, or at least it wasn't intent originally. As heavy plate is being put on top of this frame, with mechanical assist arm being laid in place. Purple bandana, wearing a painter's jumpsuit, but a little bit of the Hawaiian shirt sticks out, as it's not zipped all the way up. Lining a weld. Just starts hearing stops what they're doing, turns off the torch, and just turns, and from the visor, hand slight of frame lifts, and you see a gentleman with very sharp features, messy brown hair, intense brown eyes. What do you want, Leo?
Boss says to watch out for Red over there.
How am I always the one that gets into trouble? I never do anything.
Rex, you are either the cause of or the solution to this entire flight deck's problems.
Mostly the solution.
You want to put 20 on that?
You see Rex's eyes shift to a blue. Sure.
Okay.
You both hear a loud female snort behind you and the shift of very obvious sound of something hitting the flight deck, and a smaller woman leans out of her mech and shouts down, "I'll put 20 on it, Watcher. Anything against that one." And you see a woman with short black hair, a streak of red, glare daggers at Rex.
Oh, you want to join in too, eh?
Easy money.
Let's see about that.
You
Yeah, I think you see Rex just loosening up a little bit. Like they're already in a very lean type flight suit. So it's like this synthetic skin that's on them. And so like every movement you just see the liveness in Rex.
As this exchange is going on, the camera pan pulls back a little bit to the other side of the docking bay. What do they see, Lynn?
First, they see the amethyst, kind of still the light purple mech that is, or Mekton that still belies its construction roots. It's mostly a you can tell it's been clearly modified beyond its original purpose of construction by maneuvering thrusters, new MV pack in the back, weapons, but it still looks like something more or less that is built for construction. And as the cockpit opens, you see a small lean figure come out of the cockpit and ride the lift wire down. And when she takes off her helmet, you just see a young woman, probably in her early 20s at most. Bright violet eyes and short, brilliant red hair. Just looks like... What's going on? Are we betting again?
You shouldn't get part of this.
Would you deprive your star pupil of pretty certain money?
Oh. I wouldn't want them to get their hands dirty. They still have much to learn.
When you see a good bet, you don't pass it up. That's a good lesson.
Okay, all this talk, what are we betting on now?
Whether Rex is more of a problem on this flight deck or the solution.
All right. Who's judging this?
That is a good question.
A shout goes out from Gibson on the ground and goes, "Hey, princess!" Someone wants to use you to evaluate for money.
Master Chief has spoken.
Indeed.
And so, Aurelia would enter the scene. She's probably got like a data clipboard type of thing in her hand. She's scrolling through things, looks up. Well, I've evaluated all types of things for money. Stride over. She doesn't walk over so much as she just glides over. She definitely has a walk that speaks of high breeding and training. Her hair is styled impeccably, along with her makeup. Her theme is gold and silver, and she is fit. She looks like a movie star that, maybe that's just someone you saw on the silver screen. But yeah, she looks fancy. She doesn't quite look like she fits in here, but she's here nonetheless. Her high-heeled boots click across the floor.
So, princess, you get to evaluate for money.
Fantastic. What am I evaluating?
Rex's probability of getting us all killed.
Oh.
I feel like this is leaning into my favor then.
I mean, if we're all dead.
Is there a scenario specifically in which I'm to evaluate this, or just in general? I have statistics. She opens a different tab on her pad.
I think this is a general assessment, princess.
How many times did I get us out of a scrape, princess, when we were on the moon?
In a general assessment, and I'd say the odds are not in his favor of getting you all killed. Not in your favor? He's less likely to get you all killed than some people.
We're the some people.
Well, most of them are already dead. She says, scrolling through a little further.
That was a bit morbid, princess.
Terribly sorry. Should I save it for after lunch?
We live in difficult times. If you can't keep your lunch, then what's the point of being on?
I was told to tone down my morbidity before noon. It looks like it's past noon, so
There you go. You're all set, Aurelia.
Anything else I need to evaluate? Does everyone want their statistics? I have been plotting them in my spare time.
I'll take my 40.
There you go.
Easy money.
Coin, money falls from the hatch of as Mawar just drops it like on your head. But Aurelia, you have your
Yes,
data pad in front of you.
I do.
You are connected on it. You see, well, I think I need to actually ask you to make me a roll, please.
Oh, good heavens. I wasn't expecting to be the first roll of the game, but here we are.
I mean, it's so fitting Princess be the first roll.
Yes.
What would you like me to roll?
I need to make
I have
sure
a lot
I
of
have the
specialties.
I need to make sure
and-
it's the right call for this game.
Nothing mech related, I hope.
Just an awareness notice.
Oh, an awareness notice. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta find out where that is. Aha, yes, here. I can roll that for you.
Mhm.
17.
17, very nice. You are glancing down as you're kind of looking through these statistics you've been gathering.
Mm-hmm.
You notice an oddity.
Oh dear.
A,
Kind of oddity.
a blip? Your statistics have changed between... And you know it's wrong, because you know what you've entered, and you know the data
Yes.
you've been collecting.
Yes.
Kitty's kills have gone up by 3.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yes. Violaine is not... She's cute. She's nice, polite. But she's not a frontliner.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have a heavy war mech. But her kill stats are now equal to Rex's.
Going to have to double check some statistics here. Trying to think, like, someone tampered with my pen, with my numbers.
You're saying your numbers aren't necessarily accurate, Princess?
Oh, my numbers are accurate. The numbers on this page might not be. I think someone may have tampered with them, perhaps. Or
And who would want to do
either
that?
I'm terribly uninformed of something.
Well, wouldn't be the first time.
Well, it says that Kitty has 3 more kills than she does. Unless she's been on some type of mission that I'm unaware of.
Is there-
Oh, who's here? But in the meantime, I've got welds to do.
Apparently, I've got painting to do. I scratched my neck,
Oh.
but it is odd.
Jeez.
Prax, is there something that like some sort of insight that I could gain from that, since it would like mark them at a similar level to me? 'Cause I'm sure Rex like keeps track of it.
I'm sure he does too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a... Well, there are 2 roles that could be. That could be... Hold on, I just wanna... So... You know, that could be, perhaps human perception, or I mean, are you talking about what are you looking at? Are you looking? You want to know about the data
this is
pad, or-
like this is a general intel. Like this is a. I mean, I could tap into my expertise with tactics, security systems. I could also tap into. Hmm.
Because I mean, like, are you do you want to evaluate the data pad to see if it's been hacked? Is that what you're trying to do,
No,
or are you trying to evaluate her?
It's more of the like knowing Kitty's numbers changing
Mhm.
and having a general understanding of, you know, what's been going on in the hangar, or rather with the
Mhm.
with missions. Does Rex have context that Eddie the player doesn't have around? Yeah, maybe like Kitty ended up going on some secret
I
missions.
would roll in this case. I would roll.
I also have leadership if that helps.
Yeah, roll leadership. Leadership or mech fighting, because even though it's not really mech fighting, I could use that to give you information.
Let's see. Modifier, no modifiers, right?
No modifiers. I will tell you if there are modifiers. Ooh, crit.
25.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
You think back. Kitty's mech hasn't left the hangar in a week. There's, like,
I think
it doesn't make sense. There is no reason for her to be anywhere near you in numbers at all. She
Right.
shouldn't even, I mean, like, she pilots a small interceptor.
I think while Rex is getting back to his painting job, there's like a moment of pause as they're lifting up in one of the lifts that, like, you know, gives them the elevation to get to like the scratch points and all that kind of stuff. Do work, scaffolding, I guess it would be. And looks about the hangar with this new vantage point, thinking about Kitty, trying to see if they're there. And then do we have comms, right? Interlink
You have comms. You all have comms because you're a team, and
Right.
Aurelia is supposed to be your
That's right. I remember now.
information broker handler.
And I go to I like kind of on the comms say, so I'm not yelling over everyone. Princess, Kitty hasn't gone on any missions in weeks.
Yes, that is what I was under the impression of, hence why the numbers are incorrect. Unless she's been sent on a non-mech mission.
And made kills. Because that's what the...
Presumably, yes. It is a kill count.
I'll look into it.
Thank you. I'd be appreciative.
And once Rex finishes that up, they'll probably go to the barracks.
So Rex is finishing his paint job. And Adam is dealing with welds to repair. What are Vantage and Calyx doing?
Calyx is just doing some general walkabouts and just, you know, maintenance of Leo. Just going around, or I should say, Lightning. I'm just going around and just checking things, making sure all the joints are working. It's an old ramshackle mech, so have to make sure everything is working anytime we're on main base. So I'm just going around tweaking some things, making sure, taking out my WD-40 and just here and there, you know.
Can you roll me an awareness, please?
Awareness. Hold on, we'll find it. We'll find it.
Under intelligence, if that helps.
There it is.
19. Very good. A couple of the oil lines have been disconnected. Cut. In from the servos. Not all the way. It kind of looks like somebody was trying to make it look like they got caught and was accidental. But you know mechanics, right? You know cars, you know your mech. You know what happened. You know how a line looks when it's been cut versus when it's been, well, ripped.
What's the name of the general mechanic in this area again?
The mechanic or the Master Chief?
A mechanic.
The mechanic is Socket.
Socket?
Maggie Socket Walsh. Yeah.
Okay. So I look over around for Socket, see if I can see her.
She is half under another mech. You know that she's inside the guts of the back of a mech. A small, bright ginger. Unlike Rowan and Vantage, this is not the blood red hair. This is Irish ginger with bright green eyes, freckles all over the place, and a headset, and the loud blasting of music, usually of rock of some sort, just kind of always in the background.
I head over to Socket because I was gonna call them over, but they'll never hear me. So I go over. And if they don't acknowledge me when I approach, I stand there, I'll stand there for a little bit, to see oh, did they see me? Are they just working on something? Should I wait a sec? And then if they don't acknowledge my presence, I will just very attentively poke them with my foot.
She will pull her head out and go, "What? What's the problem?"
And I'll...
Oh, yeah, sorry. What's up? What'd you need?
Do you know who the last person who was near lightning was, aside from myself?
I don't know. I've been under this piece of shit all day. Do you see what they did to this? Honestly, they think they can make miracles. I mean, I can't do miracles. I do a lot of miracles. But this is 50 years old, and it hasn't been serviced in 20. I don't know what they want me to do with this, except scrap parts.
I mean, they want you to do what you do best. I've seen you make luxury cars out of absolutely nothing, so...
Okay, fine, that's fair. That is fair. I can do pretty much anything. That is fair. But, alright. Why? What's wrong?
I just... some of my fuel lines are shoddier than I remember them being. I saw some...
Your fuel lines should be fine. I replaced them a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking also. Well, I need 2 new ones. If you have some to spare.
have fuel lines to spare. I better hope I got fuel lines to spare. Well, I mean, this Rux bucket ain't got. And she proceeds to, not even really worrying about why, is now focused on fixing the problem. And starts pulling things out. The Starblade Battalion is not currently well supplied. So, could you roll me a D100, please? We're gonna use Call of Cthulhu rules.
Oh.
Roll low.
She has one that will fit for your mech. Not two.
Well, can you put an order in? See if I can get another one before I have to drive her out.
Sure. I can fix that. And you get this look of like, what do you want me to do? Make it miraculously appear out my ass? I mean,
I've seen crazier.
Look, the duct tape thing was once, and it only worked once, and I don't recommend ever doing it again. Not a good idea. But
the camera pans over to Calix, who just picked up a roll of duct tape. It's like, oh, just slowly put it behind my back. Yeah, sure, absolutely, yeah, totally. Psh, duct tape. Why? Who would do that? Well, I don't know. I guess I'll tell Chief about it. I mean, it's kind of an important part of the mech, you know?
yeah, I'm on it. And she kind of like waves at you as she starts wandering down the hall. You hear her shouting, Gibson! Hey, Gibson, who the heck is messing with our shit, man? I need 2 more fuel lines to fix Leo. What the heck? And you just hear this conversation echoing off the sides of this metal vessel.
And now, for the most part, Leo has like just a general scowl, hard RBF on Leo or Calix, and but watching Socket go down, just screaming her head off at Gibson. You see a little smile. You see a little smile.
Curiously, was that loud enough for just about everyone in the area to hear?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Everybody heard it. Socket is not quiet.
Yeah.
She is also probably shouting to be heard over the sound of her own headphones.
I think Rex takes note and probably pings Lightning and Princess specifically. Actually, let me ask you something, Adam, or Watcher. What would you say is the general relationship that Rowan has? I know there's an antagonization, but do you think we're close?
It's more along the lines, Adam in his mind is, you're an asshole, but you're my asshole.
All right, I love it. So yeah, I think it's actually going to be a full team comms when Rex hears this. He says,
"Everyone, double check their mechs. Seems that we have a saboteur among us."
You sure?
Numbers are going off. Fuel lines are being cut. Someone's going off the rails.
Just hear just like a deep sigh from Lightning's comms. Like, damn it.
Where's the fuel line problem?
You didn't just hear Socket?
I'm welding.
Leo's got a problem with fuel lines.
Okay, I've got 2 rolls of speed tape I've been holding out on, so I can part with one and still be feared.
Good on you. Way to be a part of the team.
Speed tape, for those of you who don't know, is pretty much how airplanes fly.
Mm.
It is industrial grade duct tape with metal instead of fabric.
That makes sense.
So goes over to Leo. Just did you leave the casing around the fuel lines open when you found them, Leo, or did you close it back up?
I closed it back up before I walked off.
Watcher just comes over, full claws, and it's upright right now, or is it back down? Okay,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
just hangs the speed tape over the thumb claw. Just,
You just hear a bunch of wrenches and like sockets hitting the ground as just Leo, after Socket walks off, just knocks over a thing of tools in just frustration. That she doesn't even notice you doing anything over near my mech.
and just sort of like the Batman thing, just walks behind you and in one ear. Try to use it sparingly, but in an emergency, you can use the roll. And then just walks back off towards his own mech.
And I turn around and I see the little ring you put on my gal, and I'm just like, okay. And I see the duct tape in one hand, and I'm about to chuck it at the ground, but then I'm like, no, Sake could probably use that. And put it back. I leave the tools on the ground though, and I move on. And I just start fixing up the fuel line that I can.
So I need a roll from you
Okay.
to mech. Where'd it go? I believe it's under tech. It officially is.
There's mech repair, and then there's jury rig.
I think I need one of both, because you have an actual fuel line that you have one fuel line to replace, which is repair. And then you have the speed tape, which is your jury rig.
So basic repair and jury rig?
Yes.
All right. Basic repair.
That's good enough.
Jury rig.
That'll hold for now.
Well, better than having a cut line.
Mm-hmm.
And I just I go back to the mech and I just overlook, after I fix it, I just go over everything with a much finer tooth comb now, knowing that someone was messing with my beauty, and that will not stand.
So while Leo is going over their mech with a fine-tooth comb, Aurelia, what are you doing?
Well, everyone's looking over their contraptions, and so I think that she is going through her pad just to see if there's any other signs of data she's input, or also anything being moved around or edited that she doesn't recall doing herself.
I think this would be programming.
Okie dokie. All right. 15.
There are some discrepancies,
Mm.
but they're not as obvious as bump in kills that
The
Kitty
kill
had.
count. Yeah.
They're minor. Supply inventory being higher than what you know it is. Numbers. There isn't, you know that there are only 5 blades.
Mhm.
Blades being the basic wing divisions for the mechs. In each blade, there are 3 or 4 teams per blade, but you know there's only 5. But this is saying that there are 7. Your mech count is gone from 83 to 93.
Interesting. This looks very irritated as she's scrolling through and making notes on things. Are these numbers, are they like on a Google Drive equivalent, or are they on her own personal, like?
No, these would be like the you have access to the inventory records for.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They are the inventory records.
Well, she'll pull up a separate thing that's on her own, like just the datapad's local storage, and make some notes, and then she's gonna have to go talk to some people.
Vantage, what are you doing as Leo and is going over her mech?
That kind of emotion is kind of just turned to like sulking and a little bit of annoyance, and I think she's on comments probably with Rex. And she's just like, God, this is gonna take forever. No offense to the kata, but I wouldn't know what sabotage looked from just wear and tear on this thing. This is gonna take forever.
I'll come over in a moment.
Don't worry. But make sure you keep an eye.
Yeah,
It doesn't sit well with me that all of us are potentially affected by this. We need to be in tip-top if we get called.
yeah. You think? Yeah, you think having a saboteur would, yeah. Good old 1 second, no fuel line or the power core. Great.
It'll be small things, but significant. I'll be over in a moment.
Okay, I'll just keep. I'll just start with the cockpit first. We'll work our way out from there.
So.
No, I was
go.
gonna say that. I think after discovering that Leo's mech was messed with, Rex would certainly do a once over on theirs, and then help the team with any investigations of their machines as well.
That's an awareness notice.
It wouldn't be a mech tech.
That
fine.
would be
If I were to fix it.
to fix it or repair it, but to notice a sabotage is going to be different, right?
Ooh.
Did it do it for you already? Nope.
I got.
Oh no.
You need to roll another d10 and subtract it from the total.
Oh.
Because exploding negatives are a thing in this game.
Oh no.
I'm sure there's no sabotage on your mech. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You go through it very carefully, focused, detailed. It looks pristine. You keep it in really good condition, particularly now that you've just finished repainting it after those scratches that you got on it.
For sure. Yeah.
And, I mean, there's a little bit of stain. I mean...
Stain. Where?
Like, you know, somebody when they changed out the original fuselage, they, you know, but it's been there for a while.
Hmm.
That level of, like I said, this is the Starblade Battalion. They don't have brand new.
Right.
And yours was
It's
a
like-
converted.
Yeah, it's based off an old design that I have.
Yeah. But it looks good.
Yeah, so I think I'd go over to Lightning and help them out with their machine,
You
checking
can
it off their list.
both roll if you want to check.
Yeah,
in.
is that how the system works with do you it's like an assistant, so you just both roll?
Sometimes there
Cool.
there are help actions that'll do other things, particularly in combat. If you assist someone, you can give them you give them a bonus for their action, which is usually a setup for something like you set up there in combat. But for a general thing like this, I would let you both roll because you might notice different things, or you know,
Cool.
it's a mech, right?
It's a big, even the small ones are pretty large. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is my first time playing a Tessellarian game, so I'm very excited.
All right, let's
Alright.
see.
Mhm.
17.
Oh, fine.
Dang,
There we
nice,
go.
Nice.
There we
Alright.
go.
Yeah,
There
I
we
don't,
go.
you know,
Oh no, you're
my mech's fine,
you're
right?
actually-
No,
yeah,
no.
Your mech's,
yeah.
your mech's
Vantage, you said you're starting in the cockpit, and so I'm
Mhm.
going to do this as if you're doing from the inside out, and Rex is doing from the outside in. You're going through. There's a couple loose wires from just the controls, or from the control board out, but those look, you know, standard wear and tear, loose maneuvering. Rex, my friend, where are you starting on this?
Probably the power systems and core, like central systems.
So you're going to start with the power. Pretty. Lightning, what is your power system
Yeah.
for this mech?
Is it hot or cold? That's my initial question.
I think it was cold. It's a standard
Standard, so that's cold fusion.
cold fusion. Yeah.
Hey Rex,
Mm-hmm.
somebody put, you know, it looks like putty, but that isn't putty. Simtax next to a cold fusion reactor is
just out of space. Oh no. Yeah, I think this makes Rex like extremely paranoid. And
would you like to do anything about the
yes, of course. So I'm let's see. Okay, curiously, in this game, how do I disarm a bomb?
Maybe.
So here's the question. You see the Simtax. You see it next to this reactor. You know that right now it's stable. It's Simtax. It's not like it's
Right. Sure. But there's potentially a dummy switch or a removal switch to make it no longer stable. So I want to
to make it no longer stable. Yeah, there's a button. It's called demolitions under your tech.
Oh, good. It's the one I don't have skill in, but that's okay.
You do have
I have jury rig, basic repair.
There's
No,
this thing called luck.
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
Which
I do a
you
lot
have
of
as
that.
a stat, and for those of you who haven't played a Telsarian game before, your luck stat, you can use as many of your luck points as you wish, and they refresh each session.
Okay.
And right now, the kind people in chat have given you 4 luck points,
Oh.
in addition to
Okay.
whatever your luck value is.
Each of us individually.
No, yeah, yes. The pool that chat gives you is a shared pool,
Oh, got it. Okay.
Which
But-
is limited to 10.
which is limited to
Mhm.
10.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think this would be a potentially good role to use some of that pool, maybe.
They just upped it to 5 because Coldrake likes you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah,
And are you gonna do anything to let anyone know about this?
yeah, I think on the comms, you'll hear.
Well, this escalated quickly from a broken mine. There is Simtac on your fusion core.
Rex, it's not funny. You see her like you hear like
No, it's not.
Sorry, go ahead.
and you just go ahead.
Just immediately overhearing that. Princess, could you get Ruslan down here?
And then what were you saying, Lightning?
And you just hear like the whatever tool issue is kind of just like drop and just like shit.
Yeah, Princess will just leave and find requested person.
Yes.
Someone is trying to take out our team. Watcher, did you find anything on yours?
I'm making my last bit on this weld, and then I'll give her a once over. But honestly, we need to get Ruslan in here and his team do a sweep of the entire hangar.
Agreed.
Okay.
With my awareness notice check, do I have an idea of the demolition setup of this? I do have strategy and tactics, so like that's kind of where I'm pulling
I
from.
mean, the awareness notice was to notice that what looked like was just a putty fill was actually Simtax. If you want to roll just regular demolitions to know how it would set up
I was thinking of
before you try and disarm it,
for
you
sure.
can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of specifically determining like if it had that what I was talking about the kill switch.
You know, a dummy switch or a kill switch
Yeah,
or
yeah.
dead man switch.
All
All
right.
of those.
So I'm gonna use. Is it cool if I use 2 luck points for this boost?
Mhm.
So I add that to the modifier.
Yep. When it'll.
It's fine.
It wasn't a crit fail this
Yeah.
time.
You are pretty sure this is remote activated.
I think that's when Rex starts like doing side eye and thinking about like security systems and like who's watching and that sort of thing.
Let's just go around. Calyx, what are you doing as this announcement comes over your comms?
That it's there is a bomb on
Lightning's machine. Yeah.
I'm on my way to Gibson to let him know.
Cool.
With a little bit of pace. I'm not full out running, because I'm a lady, but I am walking with purpose.
Is this a mall walker's power walk?
Yes.
Aurelia, you're looking for Rustlin.
Yes.
Could you just roll me? I believe I'm making sure I have the names of this
Of course.
right. You know.
I'll make sure you have all the names right, because that's important.
Yes.
Imperative even.
Um. Yeah. Just give me a basic awareness notice.
All right. Oh no.
Oh boy.
9.
It's not hard to find Rustlin. He's usually, when your team comes back and is on the flight deck, occasionally is patrolling the balcony around to make just in case, possibly, to keep an eye on certain people, a little, he likes staring. His girlfriend's really nice, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's has a cigarette in his mouth, but it is not lit, as he's kind of watching as you see him.
Yes. Hello. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, what's up, princess?
Well, there are reports of, I don't know the quick technicalities of it, some type of putty being fused to some piece of machinery inside of, Lightning's mech.
You just see his face go on a journey of, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh shit! Who's fucking with my girl's shit? That's the journey that goes through this young man's face. Is he's got, and you see the cyber eye that he has start to click through, and
I was told to inform you.
Yes, ma'am. I got that.
Really.
And you hear, you see him, you see his eyes start twitching, and I mean, you've been around multiple people like this, that he's going through his Chiron system and sending messages through his Chiron cyber eye to his security team. And within moments, the flight deck is flooded with these 10 guys who do not look like they belong on this. They look like they should be pirates on some sort of Captain Harlock vessel traveling through space. They long leather jackets, cyberware, a few. One guy has an arm that has full wolvers out and moving quickly. He looks like he's about probably, well, if he was think offensive lineman, but a little bit bulkier and very obviously had some massive cybernetic implants to probably rough a guy up.
And while he's sending those messages, she's like, oh, also there's been probably some people having issues with fuel lines or something, and the database is completely compromised. I mean, there's several things that are just wrong as far as inventory goes. But I was supposed to inform you about the putty, mostly. Sorry, I'm venting.
Look, software is not my problem. Hardware, I fix. Physical security, my job.
Like the fuel lines and the putty.
Yes, I've got that. I've got that.
All right. Congratulations, then. I'll let you get to it.
And you hear muttering. How many languages does Aurelia speak?
Well, seeing as her backstory says she's pretty good. Also, there's a thing for languages, right? I thought I put points into that. Hold on. Wait, where on earth is it?
She's well read.
Yeah, she knows at least a few.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. She knows a couple. Come here. I need access to my mouse.
I'm having the same problem. My cat is like all up in
Yes.
business right now.
Oh well, I thought I put points in it, but apparently I didn't. When I get IP, I'll put points in it.
I mean, but at the same time, we're going to assume that you know,
She
you
is
went
very
to-
intelligent.
and you did go to the appropriate schools.
She did, and
Yes.
she knows lots of people, so she knows a few.
You know that this particular individual is cussing at you in some form of Slavic language.
Oh, specifically me?
Well, you definitely heard princess in there.
Oh well, then right back at him in the same language. That's quite rude.
And he isn't answering and just keeps walking. But is gone. What are the rest of
Rudeness
you
does
doing?
not make up for incompetence.
What are the rest of you doing as this as the flight deck becomes flooded with these ravagers turned physical security?
Watcher knows that there is one thing if sabotage would cause significant issues, not just with his mech, but the flight deck. So that's the first thing he's checking, because this bucket of bolts has a gravitic drive system. So
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
that combined with a fusion engine could cause possibly a miniature black hole if things go wrong. So it's immediately onto the lift wire, up, hops into the cockpit, which is festooned with any space that can hold like dice, little tchotchkes. It's just a mess up in here.
I have to ask this question. I am contractually
Mhm.
obligated to ask this question. Are there hula dancers on the dashboard?
There is one hula dancer, and because of how this thing is, it is plastic glued upside down, and it allows it's over like the one display screen that lets him know what gravity is what, and it's there just in case there is a failure, so he can use the hula dancer as an indicator. And he's up in there, immediately starts flicking everything for a soft start, and just is immediately going into the programming and going, okay, I don't want to turn the gravitic drive on, but is there anything off?
I think that is a programming.
I'm going to use 5 of my own luck.
That works.
So we'll add 5 to this.
Mhm.
Oh, yay, modifier.
24.
24.
You didn't crit, but I'm damn close. There is no problems that you can see in the gravitic drive. Nothing about that has been touched. But you notice some. It looks like there had been attempts to get through the firewalls that failed. The firewalls
Yeah, this thing has
but...
this particular mech has upgraded security, including an alarm system. So they must, yeah, you only get 2 chances. The third chance is a false chance, and the alarm sounds. So, and they didn't trip the alarm.
Yeah, you see that there have been 2 attempts, and these 2 attempts have been in the last 3 minutes.
Just going to patch over Princess.
Watcher.
Could you inform the captain that the electronic warfare system aboard the ship is malfunctioning, and that it needs a diagnostic test right now.
I'll get right on that.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Was that only to Princess?
That one was just the princess, and then over the team come. So, good news. My mech isn't a bomb.
That is
Bad
good.
news. Someone tried to make it a bomb just 3 minutes ago. I've been outside my mech this entire time.
So, someone's trying to hack our systems.
With some degree of success.
That would account for Kitty's data error. And
I think Rex pauses for a second and like, oh, I didn't notice anything because I wasn't looking in the right place. And like goes back to their mech.
I may need some help with this. I'm not very good at the programming.
Just let me power Steel Horse down, and I'll be right over. Leo, just check your E-systems. Lightning, do the same.
I have now entered a light jog towards Chief's office.
You've made your way to Gibson's. Theoretically, it's an office, but it looks like a spare parts garage. And you know that among these very artfully arranged spare parts is a functioning still that no one comments on, right? You can't see it because it's hidden. Everybody knows that the place to get a drink is Gibson's. If he likes you, he'll share. If he doesn't, well, it's real hard to get a drink out here in the middle of nowhere. You are not being... You're at a full run, as you said.
Light jog, but yes.
Light jog. You are... come into this room. He's not visible anywhere.
I like knock on the wall next to the thing. And I'm like, "Sir, Gibson, we have a little bit of a situation on the deck."
You can roll me an awareness notice.
Yeah. $23.
You see one of his prosthetics on the ground.
Oh, I hate that. Which one?
Well, I mean, you know that it's both of his lower legs, so what you could guess based on the foot that you see with a 23, it's his left.
Oh no, that's his good leg.
Yeah, that is the one with the built-in shotgun.
I patch into comms to everyone, and I'm like, anybody have eyes on Gibson? San's left leg?
No.
What What do
No.
you see?
Rex, call your girl now.
Just Gibson's left leg inside. In the middle. Oh,
Yeah, I think Rex. So is it just the team that has comms, and then but we can do like
You all have comms to each other because you're a team, so you need to be able to, but you would also
Right.
have like you could have a channel access to the wider ship.
right?
So
Okay.
think of it like a flight crew, right? You would have or
Yeah.
not a flight crew, but think of it like a squadron. You'd
Mhm.
have
Mhm.
the channel for the squadron, but you'd also have the channel for the wider ship so that you can have to, flight control or to Jaeger when he's leading combat, or the flight command decks, or the asteroid
Yeah.
that
I think-
your hidden base. That's a pilotable asteroid. This is
That's amazing.
it's great.
I would. So, based upon that knowledge, I think the way that Rex would want to do this is do like a med bay comm. So like connect to the med bay and.
Okay. We need you in Gibson's office.
I'm a little busy right now.
Gibson is missing a leg.
And I'm in the middle of surgery, so I'll be there in a moment. Look, if you
Alright.
want to deal with Tony's appendix, you're more than welcome to. But give me 30 seconds to get this thing out and then stitch him up, and then I'll be there. Did somebody call the captain? Oh, I didn't need to call the captain.
Yeah, we've got someone on it.
Good. Honestly, people losing legs on, and you just you can
That's
tell that
selfish.
she has forgotten to close the comm.
Yeah.
As it seems like she is. It's now in that she's talking to whoever else is in the med bay about like these stupid people that are bothering her in the middle of surgery. It's like, I mean, I like him. He's really nice, but and you just hear it's like, oh shit, I left it open. Bye.
Yeah, and then Rex is gonna go and do like a kind of a once over, or try to like help any other techs on the deck, waiting for Watcher to finish up the weld so that they can go once over with Raptor Eye.
Okay, so that's what everyone is doing at the moment. And we're gonna pan the camera to the door of Gibson's office with Leo inside discovering this prosthetic leg on the ground. And a figure moves along the wall in the hallway. And that's where we're going to take the break for the afternoon, evening.
Oh
boy. Ooh.
We're going to take a break. And while we're on break, I'm going to activate the giveaway. And everyone in chat can type in !Gundam when I activate the giveaway in about 30 seconds. And the winner will get a digital PDF copy of Artel Sorian's Mekton Zeta core rulebook and the Mekton Zeta Plus, which is all the rules for all the mechs. So
It's comprehensive. It's a beautiful, beautiful book of just so many awesome tools.
I'll put it this way. Your math teacher was right. That being said, if you want to do all of the anime, all of the Gundam, this is the system.
For sure.
Mhm.
So on that note, thanks, Poe. I will, yes, give me 2 seconds and I will get that started. And then, yes, spelled that way, Goldrake, Gundam. And let me make sure it works. So, have a good one, everybody. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We hope you are good. It should be finishing up the giveaway and telling me what who the winner is, but it's thinking, so we'll give it a minute. So that's what it's doing. But we had some concerns, I believe all of you, about some things.
I'd say that.
Just a few.
Mm-hmm. Minor things.
And when we left off, there was a figure in the hall. Now I'm going to take that 23 for your awareness, Leo. And I need you hear a click. As your, well, sounds almost like safety being pulled behind you.
I hate that. I'm going to duck behind the closest just cover I can get to.
Probably would be it would probably be the the desk, you know, here.
Yep, I just immediately, as soon as I hear the click, I immediately duck for cover back behind the desk.
Hey, Trooper, you won!
Yay!
Yay, Trooper!
So, Trooper, I'll send your I'll get your email later, Trooper, and we'll send that to our friends at Artel Saurian. And you have won our giveaway for this week's Mekton Zeta and Mekton Zeta Plus PDFs. You, Leo, you are diving underneath this desk. I need you to make me a dodge escape roll. $16. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
Like that.
The gun will go off. You hear it loud in this enclosed space filled with things, and are you wearing any armor?
Yeah, the one built into my custom racing / pilot suit.
Yes. So that's only going to be 8 damage. Does that get through your armor?
I don't remember how armor works in the system.
So basically, whatever your armor value is, your SP, your stopping power, your SP.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, okay. No.
And then you you hear the bullet ricochet off your armor of your lower leg as you roll behind this desk, doing no damage. But
I say, what is up with you and legs? As I pull out a hand cannon. Oh, hand cannon. I'm playing too much. Just a small handgun. That I have always on my person. And before I peek my head, I just keep an open comms. Like I just press the always be on, so I don't have to touch it. And I'm like, hey guys, I got a situation in Gibson office. And as I say that, I turn the corner and I try to aim for where I assume the shot came from.
okay. You can just fire. You're gonna fire in. You're firing into the dark. From a light room into a dark hallway. So it will be -2 to your shot.
Rex is going to sprint towards Gibson. Oh.
It will take you at least a round to get there,
Yeah, it's fine.
but you can get
I just wanted to declare that.
Aurelio.
Do I roll handgun here?
Yes, you roll handgun.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. 14.
Oof. You will hit.
Hey.
Roll your damage. And then you get to have fun because that's more than a 5-point difference. And in this game, crits are 5 and 10-point difference. I double checked.
What?
So do you wish to roll on the random hit chart, the special locations hit, or the cinematic locations?
The
Ooh.
cinematic locations.
Of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
so roll me 1d10.
7.
7. Oh, well, that's for mechs anyways. Okay, so you will hit the left leg, causing the... Because this is human, not mech. Where's the... Cool. Cool. Here we go. Other chart. You will hit them in the left leg. You hear a loud cursing sound. You'll do 3 damage immediately through armor. And then I need you to roll me the damage on your gun.
Alright, that's another D10. 6.
Cool. You hear it ting off like you know that damage was done. But you know that something happened, but it didn't pierce the armor. But you know that you also pretty sure that you hit something bad enough that it would cause serious damage.
And yeah, that'll be the end of that. I just peek back around.
You gonna duck back
the
down?
desk. Yeah.
I'm gonna pan. We know that Rex is running towards Gibson's office. Watcher, Lightning, what are you doing as this?
Watcher was already on his way out of the cockpit. We see him duck back in, his hand still wrapped around the lift wire. Reach back into the cockpit. He pulls a sword and then just quickly repels down the lift wire and is headed in that direction.
Cool. You are running as well. Lightning, what are you doing?
I think she's probably just telling Rex what's happened, what Rex saw, what's been going on. But I think as soon as she heard the on the comms, like, shit, and she'll just take off, and she has her her sidearm on her.
Rustlin is following you, and he will outpace you. He's significantly taller than you are. And
yeah.
It's at a certain point, it's just length of stride. If he actually wants to put speed into it, he will outpace pretty much anyone, and so he's running at full speed. So
That's good. He's security, so
yes, that's what he does.
more people, yeah.
Aurelia, what are you doing?
What I'm supposed to do, reporting to the captain to let him know there's some bullshit afoot. My words, not Aurelia's, but yes.
So Aurelia is going to Captain Frost. Rex, Lightning, Watcher are converging on Gibson's office. You hear the second shot come from Leo as you see down the hall, and you hear no verbal reaction. Whoever this person is, you don't hear any sound. They don't make any announcement or sound as they then register you all coming down the hallway. Rustlin is running. He's not being quiet, And they turn, and anyone who wishes to may roll me human perception.
All right.
For Watcher.
What is
17.
this on?
Human perception.
This is awareness. Oh, human perception. Nope.
Rex, you're in the front. You're pretty focused on getting engaged with this person and not really noticing a lot. Watcher, you and Lightning would both notice something off in their mannerisms. They're wearing full skin suits, masks, rebreathers, but Watcher would notice it first. Their motions are not human. Too mechanical. You're almost positive that this is a droid of some sort.
Is Rustlin there?
Rustlin is, yes, behind you. Just behind you.
Just gonna cry out, "We've got a bot!"
In one motion, Rustlin will reach over his shoulder and pull up the plasma gun. And just pump it like a pump action shotgun and put his hand back as if to keep Lightning behind him, because this is not a weapon that's they're shotgun, and that's what we call spray. There are guns that have spray and pray, then there's just spray for a shotgun, and then there's a plasma gun. You're just like, fuck that shit, I don't want to be anywhere near it.
The first 3 rows are a splash zone.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Cool. And everything else behind it is, so he's going to try and roll with his gun.
Hey.
the other guy is gonna try and evade, and he will crit.
Oh, wow.
So as you will all see, Rex and Watcher and Lightning will see behind Rustlin as this gun, as Rustlin kind of comes up next to Rex to make sure that Rex isn't in the splash zone. You see this moment of the gun goes off and the plasma sprays out, lighting this space, a bright, blinding light almost in this very dark hallway, and the figure, almost inhumanly fast, pulls back out away from the zone, cocks their head, and takes off. Way beyond faster than Call. But you see Rustlin is in his Chiron is going, and you hear him shouting orders in very heavy Slavic language towards all of his people to converge on the fact that what is going on. What are the rest of you going to do?
So this happened. Rustlin made sure I wasn't necessarily in the splash zone.
Yeah, he kind of pulled himself up just next to you.
Right. Okay. And then they sprinted off.
Mm-hmm. Because they pulled themselves back away from. You see now that there's probably going to be some damage to the hallway right here. That for the metal.
Yeah, fair. For the context of like this hallway, are there outer halls? So like damage to this hallway isn't going to decompress.
Oh no. This is inner hall.
Okay, good.
Always a good,
to clarify
question.
that.
Always a good question.
Yeah.
No.
We're in
This
space,
is an inner hall. This is an inner hall.
Yeah. So, yeah. Rex is going to first check to see that that Calyx is okay. Like, is Calyx within visual range?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're behind
the desk. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. So maybe I wouldn't even see Calyx. And then, yeah, I guess the situation. They're gonna wait to see. But are the people within sprinting distance? Like, if I were to rush them, is that something that's possible? Do I think they're moving too fast?
You would think they were moving a little too fast for you. They have a lead on you because they were beyond the splash zone to begin with, and then their speed was just not human.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would go for cover.
Okay.
So I'll duck into a corner.
I start digging through Chief's desk, seeing if they have a better weapon than just a little dinky pistol.
Well,
hidden away.
You know that his leg is a shotgun.
That's amazing.
It has a shotgun built into it.
Last case,
leg gun.
You know, and you know that there's he has a drop down, like, old school Colt 1911 that he kind of has in a drawer. That's more, sometimes.
It's like I'm just seeing what is there. Anything better than my little pistol, I will take.
At the moment, the only thing better than your little pistol is a Colt 1911, which is a heavy handgun.
Oh, okay. Then I will take it. I'll steal my hideout pistol and I'll take that one. Make sure it's loaded
Mm-hmm.
before I head out behind the Rex.
So now you all see. You see this happening. So, what would you like to do?
Which way is the bot headed?
Down the central hallway towards, along the outer, because this is an inner hallway, but it's still an outer hallway, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not, it doesn't there's a double-headed bulkhead that with janitor access between this and the, you know, that's not going to cause any problems, but you're pretty sure that it's headed towards one of the further away from your landing bay, but there are a bunch of landing bays that are along this hall that are connected, so it's headed towards one of those.
I would like to do something very foolish.
I love foolish.
I'm going to immediately turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Take off the painter's smock. He's already almost always ready to suit up. He is going to immediately rush for his mech.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he's there, he's going to turn on, and we're going outside.
I love
If
this.
I need to hop bays quickly, we're going to hop bays quickly.
So Watcher has run back to his mech to hop in. I mean, and it's not a cold start anymore because you've prepped it. Leo has come out. Rex, Rex, Rustlin is running down the hallway now. He waited just that couple moments so he wasn't running through hot melted metal from his own plasma gun. What are the rest of you doing?
Rex, what are we doing? After it or...
I'm. I was muted. We go after it. We don't know where it's come from. We need to get information from this thing.
Go for it then. Just watch your legs. It likes to go for them. Speaking of Lightning, if you want to grab Gibson's leg, it's his good leg. So if you need a weapon,
Shotgun?
yeah, shotgun.
Well, it's better than this. She'll put her pistol back and grab the leg.
I support this. So where are you all running to? Are you running after Rustlin or are you running to your mechs?
So to be clear, Rustlin is chasing after the bots, and then the mechs, or the desire to go to the mechs is because there are other things that are going on outside that we know about, or that we think they're going to be fleeing on a ship and we want to stop them.
The idea of Watcher is this thing is headed down a hallway which leads to multiple bays.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It could try and leave, right?
It could try and escape out any one of those bays,
Right.
get in the mech, get outside, and pretty much just use the sensors aboard these incredibly powerful things
Yeah.
to try and narrow down, okay, that's our target, and then keep a pace with it should it try and escape.
Okay. And I think like this is probably like a conversation that's maybe happening over comms where we're just like coordinating. And
split up into teams. Some mech, some on foot. Watcher's already in the mech. Lightning, go with Watcher.
I think she lost the bomb on it.
shit, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I think that she's thinking.
Right.
One of my lines is still cut.
Yeah. Okay. So I was okay in my mind.
Your
in
mech's
player mind.
fine.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I
my
think-
mind.
What's wrong with you?
My
Yeah.
mech's fine.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay. So.
Leo, Lightning. Follow on foot. We still don't know your mechs. I'll follow Watcher.
All right, be careful.
All right. Stay safe.
So Leo and Lightning are following Rustlin on foot.
I
Rex.
think I also give Lightning my. Well. I have like a mono blade that I was going to give you, but I'm like, do you even know how to use that? Yes.
Yeah, she. You know she does. She knows how to use.
Okay. So yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Good. Well, thanks. Hopefully, it doesn't come to hand with this thing.
Aurelia,
Yes.
your mall walking has progressed to running.
Yes, it has. Because I'm on comms and they do not sound reassuring. So the mall walking has turned into running.
You hear? Could you roll me an awareness?
Very
please?
pretty running though. I'm gonna throw that out there. It's very pretty running.
It's like
Exactly
Baywatch.
how they taught
Very
us.
cool. Yes, it's like Baywatch running. An awareness, notice,
Very,
certainly.
very cinematic. Yeah.
14. Ugh.
You hear the sound of gunfire in front of you.
I go back to mall walking, and
You see three figures firing projectile weapons at Jaeger and the captain.
Oh dear.
And both of whom are not injured at the moment and firing back,
Yes.
but they are, they are seem to be keeping. You're coming from one side of this open helm. Picture the helm area of the helicarrier in the first Avengers movie, and you just are coming from one of those side areas, and the captain Frost is firing at has two guns and a gun in each hand and firing in front of him and to his left. Jaeger seems to be engaged with a short blade in his left hand, holding it like this, and another handgun in his right hand, firing at a couple of these guys. They seem to be holding themselves pretty steady, but they're definitely
It's 3 versus 2 though, so
yes.
yeah. Okay. What do these assailants, these ruffians, these vagabonds, if you will, what do they look like?
They're wearing black skin suits, and black helmets with visors not down.
Oh, interesting. This is not her scene. And security already sounds occupied on the other end of the ship. Is there a fire extinguisher nearby?
Roll me an awareness, because you're looking.
Yes, maybe perhaps some cover of shadow or something, 13. It's getting lower every time.
I mean, a fire extinguisher shouldn't be hard to find. You know generally where they're kept. You see the little box to the
And
side,
that
right?
ship
like,
fires are really bad, and
bad.
there's always these little cases outlined in red,
yes.
break glass in case of emergency.
Yes, you see one of those. It's like right to your left, but you have to go inside the room and
Oh. Well, put up a smoke screen at least. That might be advantageous. Let me look at my skills real quick. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Right, I don't think seduction is going to work here, unfortunately.
I mean, it's always
Yeah,
an option.
It is always an option, but they seem a little distracted. And while I am very distracting, I don't think I'm that distracting. And I don't want to accidentally distract the captain, because that could be bad. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the fire extinguisher. Try to just green. Or if it's a foam extinguisher, they're splatter their helmets. Like one of the two.
It's probably a foam extinguisher
Foam one,
because
yeah.
you're
Then
on
yes,
a ship.
I just wanna splatter them with foam extinguisher goo because that stuff might interfere with their equipment and their helmets and vision and stuff.
I would say that this is this could be tactics.
Okay.
I
Sure.
could say tactics or tactics would be. I would let you
It's
have
the
tactics.
same as my survival, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'll roll tactics. Let's see how we do. You know what? I'm gonna use like 2 points of luck on this as well.
I will also say that chat is very kindly. You still have 4 points of luck from chat.
How lovely. Tactics plus 2. 15.
So you will.
I rolled really poorly.
You will spray one of them. Who are you aiming at?
Well, obviously not the captain. Or no one on our side. The 3 guys who are facing them. What are their weapons loadouts? They're a melee guy? Or are they all ranged pew-pews?
They seem to all be ranged at the moment.
Then just the closest one to me.
Okay.
That sounds good.
You will take out one. You will spray one of them down.
Fantastic.
With foam.
Great.
Cool.
It might do something. I don't know.
It might do something. We'll come back to that in a minute. Watcher. You're in your mech. It'll take your full move to get out of the hangar, around and towards the other hangar.
Yes.
So when you get there, would you please roll me an awareness
Certainly.
to see if you can see anything?
There goes nothing. 17.
There is a small ship on the underside of the Starblade.
Hand immediately goes to one panel. Bon Jovi begins playing.
Okay. Which Bon Jovi?
This is specifically off of the Young Guns soundtrack. Blaze of Glory starts playing. As he actually hits a panel, it says Blaze of Glory. It's the weapon system in the right arm. Begins to rev up as it is the only ranged weapon on this not anymore a rust bucket. We cut to outside as we finally get to see a full shot of the mech, and done up like World War II nose art. On the right shoulder is a black knight chess piece, and under it, in bright blue, it just says "Steel Horse," and getting ready to fire soon as I can.
Okay. Rex,
Yes.
you've gotten into your mech.
Okay. Yeah. So the Raptor Eye powers up, and you see as like it gets up, it stretches forward, and the hind legs perfectly balanced with like a tail that extends outwards from the bay, and it. I guess like what's the hangar bay kind of look like, and how do we normally use?
It's a standard like hangar bay, but you have
Okay.
just at one end, you have just the slightest shielding over the open bay door to keep it pressurized, right?
Okay.
That's the only. I mean, there's shielding around the rest of the ship that's nominal, like some against the engines and the exhaust, you know, the forward helm, because you have the giant, because it's an anime and it doesn't need to make sense. It can violate the primary rule of building a spaceship and have actual window to overlook.
Yeah. So the Raptor Eye gets into a kind of a haunch stance as it gets ready to launch out from the bay. I think this is kind of a rapid launch, so I think Rex just curses under his breath. I'm gonna get shit for this later, and the talons dig into the hangar floor and just leaps out.
Somewhere you hear in the background, "What the fuck are you doing to my hangar floor, you schmuck? I don't know what my sister sees in you, you goddamn..." And just loudly, through all of the comms, you all hear this. "You're fixing my floor, you asshole!"
I think there's just like a sigh that releases from Rex's chest as they leap into space and kind of whip around to join Watcher. And unfortunately, I don't have. I don't know exactly what I've got there, but yeah, just going to be scanning for enemies and figuring out what's out there.
You can roll me, if you're scanning, you can roll me sensors.
Okay. How does one do that? Where is that?
Okay. So for that, hold on, I have to pull up the sheet to make sure I tell you the right thing. All right, so mech systems. Okay. All right. So what you do with your mech in this case, it is here we go. It is going to be mech fighting.
Okay.
And if you have sensors, it's a +2 to your roll.
Okay. I do have sensors.
Mm-hmm. Crit. Very nice.
29.
You would also notice this ship kind of spider clawed to the bottom of the Starblade Battalion, or the Starblade.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you also you sense small drones out from you.
Okay. Like distance-wise, they're like pretty far, or
close enough. They're not moving. They're stationary, and they don't seem to be. They seem to be more observant.
okay.
Probably, with a crit like this, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you know that they are.
It's like remote combat drones or something.
Remote surveillance drones. They're not combat capable.
Okay.
So someone is watching and recording.
Yeah.
But you know what that's going. Lightning and Leo, what are you doing?
Behind Rucker, right?
Wrestling? You're running behind Wrestling?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guns out.
Gun and whatever, all the weapons that everybody is given advantage.
Like, look, I love this image of Lightning carrying a prosthetic leg and a
Prosthetic
sword.
leg and a sword.
You're gonna have to put one of those down, because just throwing it out there would be a little difficult.
Yeah.
It's
a leg.
It takes you 2 rounds so to run the length of this hallway to the second bay. You know, it's that there's 2,000 yards or 200 yards between each of these bays, so it's like 2 football fields. It's going to take you a full round and a half. You get there, and you see a number of the other security engaging with like 5 of these figures, including the one that you're running after. You will have an action next round, but you are now, this is not, it's an open space. It's easy to see most of these people. Watcher.
Yep.
You want to take a shot?
I want to shoot this thing off our ship. I am going to take an action to aim.
Mm-hmm. Very useful thing
And
to
then
do.
I'm going to spend 3 of my luck. And Blaze of Glory is going to fire. So
Roll me that
mech
gunnery.
gunnery. $24.
You will definitely hit
This is
thing.
this is an infinite shot weapon with a base damage of 4.
Oh, very nice. You will definitely hit this thing, because like I said, it's kind of clamped itself on to your ship. Now I need to check its shielding, because... Okay.
I don't know base difficulty, I just know for every 1 it's a hit.
Yeah, no, it's not my problem right now. Is I have to look at other things. Here we go. You will hit, and you will it will be 3.
3 hits?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have not read how unengaged is a ship.
Yeah, it gets complicated, particularly this, because of what it is. You can guess. You could roll me tech if you want to figure out what it is. If you want to know what you're looking at.
Would I be able to assist with like a strategy or tactics?
It's less.
Well, the reason why I say that is because like going for like a limb or something like that, or knowing how someone would lay out a ship.
Well, I
No,
was a pilot.
That's true.
It's not that you've hit it. You will actually pretty much fuck this shit up, pretty substantially. Because it's not.
Yay.
It's about the size of a small fighter, right?
Okay.
or
Oh,
you know, just a little bit bigger.
Like an
It obvious,
interceptor.
you know, transport. You know, if you want to compare it to something, you could compare it to a beach lander, or
okay. This is a battle bus.
yeah, this is
Yes,
a battle.
That's-
this is an insurgency. Like, yeah, okay, I
Yeah.
see.
This
Okay,
is
so
you don't need to worry about you're gonna effectively knock this shit off. That's fine.
Okay.
The
Okay,
question the bigger
cool.
question was, were you going to hit your own ship?
Oh,
that's what the
Oh,
aiming was
that's-
for.
That's what the aiming was for.
Oh.
So you will see this troop carrier knocked away. If you want to know who you know, if you want to know more information about it particularly, you would need to roll me mech design probably.
Okay, we can do that.
I'm going to use mech design to count also for like ship design.
cool. I'm
11 rough knowledge.
Yeah, it's a troop transport designed for
Yeah, this
incursion.
This is just, it's a battle bus. I don't know make, model, or anything like that. I just know the general principle of the thing.
Yeah, it's here. It's no longer here. You blew it. It is now floating space debris behind you, or behind the Starblade.
I am mildly pleased.
Aurelia, what are you doing?
Getting behind cover.
Which is good because you hear the captain fire.
I just foamed a thing and now I'm ducking behind something.
You
Yes.
foamed a thing, you start to duck, and you see the captain respond very quickly with his gun and headshot the thing that you have foamed. And it kind of falls over. I have a question. Aurelia, have you seen combat before?
Well, she's seen a lot of staged combat because when she was an actress, you know, there was a few action movies she starred in, you know, that type of thing. And sometimes as homework, they'd have her watch. They'd have, you know, you watch like a video from an actual combat. And then there was one time when her escort ship was attacked by space pirates, but that's about it, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your stability?
25.
That's good to know. It's good to know.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
She has a lot of stability.
yeah, you know, it's important, right? Stability is
It
important.
is important. Yeah.
Could you roll me cool? Just
I
Yeah.
would love to roll you cool.
Just
I think
straight
that's
cool.
just a. Yeah. Oh.
oh, you might have to roll it manually.
That's fine. I can do that. 1d10 plus 10. Super cool. 19.
You do not react to the sudden explosion of red and gray
Oh.
that comes out of the
Oh.
back of this
Gray
helmet
matter, one might say.
Yeah.
Okay.
as the body falls to the ground, and you hear the captain say, good job, don't down, princess," and you just see him turn the gun over your head to fire behind you.
Right. Excellent. This. Right. I think that's her response, which is fitting because her personality traits are intellectual and detached. So just a little gray matter spray. It's not me. Happens to people at
So,
some point.
we're gonna pan back down to Lightning and Leo. You come upon the security actively engaged with these insurgents. There are 6 in here and 4 security officers, including Rustlin, who you're running behind.
I'll take the one on the left.
We're on the right. God, there's more of these things. Just one. Shit.
This is a full-on attack. Wasn't expecting this when I woke up this morning. So I cock back.
Can't say I did either.
So I cock back the gun and aim at the one on the left.
Go ahead and roll handgun.
Is this a heavy energy pistol? Like combat pistol?
Yeah, it's a combat pistol.
Combat? Okay. Alright, gotcha.
It's the weapon for you. It's still a handgun. It's not an automatic. So it's the damage that's the difference. And yep, no.
I am near it.
You.
Like, I went for the cool play of like shooting before I looked, and didn't work out for me.
Didn't really work out. Lightning. Leo fires, and the person just kind of shifts out of the way to turn and then fire back at you all. What would you like to do?
Like I said, I'm gonna go after the one on the right, but
Okay.
I'm gonna be able to get there in a turn.
Yeah,
Around.
you guys are there already.
All right.
Are
So
you,
she's gonna make
Are you engaging in melee? Are you moving up to them in melee?
Yes. She's gonna make a decision with this thing. She's going to, before she runs off, she's just gonna toss the leg at Leo's feet and she said, "This damn thing's heavy. I don't even know how to use it." And then she takes out the mono sword and just like is going to try and just take a swipe at this assailant. Like, she's better in a mech, but some of that skill definitely translates to person to person.
Okay, roll me fencing.
All right. Heck, I am very happy that.
I think it's Blade, right?
Yeah, or yes.
What?
Blade.
So
Blade?
it's the technical name is Blade.
Yeah.
This is-
Blade. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Translation from other systems.
Yeah. All right.
No, there's blade and there's fencing. Either one.
Yeah. Either one. All right. So this is definitely a fencing. Like, this is the style that she uses for her her own one-on-ones with the mechs. Heck yeah. Let's do this. 18.
Cool. He's going to try and get out of your way, but will not.
Heck yeah.
Roll that damage.
All right. So the damage for a mono sword is
46.
46. 46, and also negates a third of any armor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Yeah. 46. Nice.
Oof, very nice. Negates a third of the armor. Roll hit location.
So 1d10.
1d10.
Yeah.
3. Come here. Combat. There's a lot of.
Yeah.
Cool. 3. Oh, you torso. You hit him in the torso.
Yeah.
So getting 3. You slash down across, and it's going to be very artful across this very skin suit, and you're gonna cut all the way across, and it'll have this very nice, peel back, and then you see the single cut of blood as it starts to pull down.
Mm-hmm. This is similar to how she fights in the mech, because that's where if you want to stop them, you go for the torso, because that's where the cockpit is.
So he doesn't like that, kind of does that glance down at, what is very obviously a very muscular chest on a male-presenting individual. Pulls an Indiana Jones. Why get involved in this sword fight when you have a gun? And is going to fire at Lightning, but is in combat, so takes a penalty. But 17, you can try and evade.
Yeah, I am gonna
I would like to remind everyone that you still have your pool of luck, and then you still have 4 from chat.
All right. I think you have to declare luck before the roll.
9 times. Yes, you have to declare luck before the roll. If you're within 1 point, usually I will let you know after the fact.
All right. I'll use 2 of my luck. This is. I'll be better in a mech.
Don't die.
I'm not. I don't want to like. Lightning does not want to die, and but especially not in a mech. So add the modifier.
I can't die, not in a mech.
Oof, 19.
19.
Okay, there you go.
I did need those 2 points. So. Ooh, close.
Yeah, close, but hey, that came out good.
Yeah.
Reminder that a tie always goes to the defender.
Okay, that's good.
A tie always goes to the defender. So he fires, but you're in close combat, so it's easy enough to kind of tilt yourself out of the way. You're within the 5-foot range, and therefore the blade is better, but you know.
I kind of imagine Lightning learning you have a flashback to one of Rex's training sessions where he taught you to parry and disarm. And so you use the blade to the back end of the blade to block the gunshot.
Heck yeah.
Dope. I'm glad you lived.
Yes, I'm. There's the fight's still going on.
Oh yes, the fight is still going on. And another individual is going to fire at Leo. So 18 if you want to try, and you need to roll in a dodge escape.
Do not be afraid of that luck pool.
Yeah, I will definitely add a little bit of luck. You have to write plus in the modifier on this one?
No. When you click on it, it'll bring up a modifier box. Just don't add plus or to it. Just put in the regular number.
Okay. So I'll drop a hot 4 in there. 24.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. You just kind of... it's that slow motion movement where we see the bullet leave the gun, follow the bullet, and you have the full just turn sideways to watch the bullet go by you kind of motion. Full anime shot.
Heck yeah.
What time?
Rex, what are you doing?
So Rex, seeing Watcher blow this ship off the side of the ship, or off the side of the Starblade, comms to Watcher and says,
"Looks like you're being observed."
And then turns around with the tail, and dashes towards them, and then with their energy sword, tries to slice through as many of these observables that they can.
Go ahead and roll your mech fighting, or yeah.
And then do I get I get a modifier, right, for the energy sword? That's right.
You do. It's a +2.
I believe that's it.
Yes, +2.
Okay, cool.
Usually it's a +2.
Okay. Let's see. This is mech melee. 21.
So these are most no, they could get out of the way theoretically. It's possible.
I'm doing a cleave.
You are doing.
I should, I should toss some luck in there.
No. It's possible they could get out of the way. I mean, they're mostly stationary, observing objects, but they do have a speed. It's not gonna happen. And you're going to there are 4 here. You're going to destroy 3.
Okay. I think Rex just says over open comms.
Now, no peeking.
So 3 of these drones are gone. Hey, Rex.
Would I be able to hit the last one?
What's your ROF?
I don't know.
Hold on. I
ROF.
have to find.
What is
Is
that?
the sword quick?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't have that written down. I should
You
go.
have them. You're on
Iron sword.
the wrong. Wrong.
Sorry, y'all.
No, it is. This is one of the great things about this game, that there are so many options and so many things.
It's true. Like, I made a Raptor Samurai, so I mean, you know,
You did make a Raptor Samurai. You just have a regular sword, right? Or the energy sword?
I have the energy sword, yeah.
Um.
I didn't go with the Nova sword because I was like, I don't want it to blow up on me.
Looks like it's not quick.
It's not quick. You only have one
It
attack.
just has infinite shots.
I do have the whip. Can I like do that as well? The energy whip or the
Well, do you have a ranged weapon? Because usually you can do one melee and
Made
one
one
range.
move, yeah.
I didn't add one in yet.
Okay.
But I haven't fully built it out.
Yeah,
the blaster.
usually with a melee weapon, you can only do one attack per round unless it's quick, and it doesn't look to be.
Oh,
quick.
got it. Okay. Good to know. We'll just leave that one for now, and we'll figure it out later.
So you destroy these two. You say now there's no peeking. Hey, Rex.
That sounds like a lovely
Uh-oh.
phone.
Your display, your computer readout, you see blue lines start to go across the front of it, and then you see a skull and crossbones start laughing at you.
I immediately go into design mode and say, "Who touched my fucking baby?"
Your engines die.
Then I go into jury rigging mode, trying to get my engines to kick back up.
You are currently motionless and dead in the water. You're
So, go ahead.
Here's the question, Rex. Are you wearing your skin suit?
Yes.
Cool. Because your oxygen life support isn't running in the mech right now.
So wait, my power went out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Whoa.
just clarifying.
Yeah. All of it. You're just floating dead in space.
These people suck.
So over comms, because we have, is it enough range where I can still talk to Watcher?
From your personal
Internal
comm in
comms?
the skin
Yeah.
suit? Ooh, that might be a...
How
Well, I mean,
about
it
a
goes
luck roll?
ship-wide.
Just
Yeah.
straight up luck.
I would need a roll me a D100, and we're gonna use Call of Cthulhu rules, roll low.
Okay. That's not normally what I do.
Low. Oh no.
No.
I mean,
No,
Watch
the
your-
comm from your skin suit headset inside the mech doesn't have,
Damn.
your personal comm inside the mech doesn't have, of your skin suit doesn't have the range to get to access the comms.
Yeah, that makes sense. It normally patches into my suit, that then
Yeah.
amplifies it out.
Through your mech, but now that's not happening.
Without it, it's dampening. Totally. So I think, yeah, this is survival mode. Fortunately, Rex does have a survival kit in his mech at all time. Yeah, I'm going to try to jury rig a comm system that will reach Watcher, or some form of trying to jumpstart the fusion drive, or the drive that is in my mech.
So the camera will pan away as Rex tries to start fixing everything. to Leo and Lightning, the security have forced most of the combatants, well, most of them are dead. Rustlin's guys aren't really, they're former Ravagers and pirates. They don't, unless they're explicitly ordered to take prisoners, they really don't have a problem with killing very efficiently. And it's very obvious, well, both of, there's both human and bots falling on this flight deck. But one guy is going to shoot at both of you. Oof, and he's gonna miss horribly. They're both going.
Wow.
You weren't meant to get shot today.
No, you weren't meant to get shot today.
Thank.
So you see these shots go off, and they kind of malfunction. The guns jam. Rustlin comes behind and just fires at one of these who dared to shoot at Lightning. Don't shoot at his girlfriend, yo. He don't like that. And a plasma gun in close range to the back of someone is just going to make a mess on your flight deck. Is the answer. Aurelia.
Yes.
Jaeger and the captain have turned the tide. There isn't anyone actively shooting anymore where you are. Can you roll me an awareness?
I would love to do so. And I'm going to throw on some of my luck just to be sure. Let's throw on 2 more luck. 22.
Somebody has begun accessing the ship's logs.
Oh no. No. I want to try to stop that from happening. Because they've already fucked with the logs enough. Do you know how much paperwork I have to do to get those numbers corrected?
Well, that looks... I'm pretty sure that's in electronic defense. What is it actually called?
Oh. Electronic warfare?
Yeah, I would say that's electronic warfare.
Wonderful. I have no points in this, but I'm very intelligent.
And you do have 4 points of luck from the community pool.
Should I use some community pool luck for this?
Yes!
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do it.
How
We
many
need the
should I
Starblade to
use?
live.
Yes.
How many points would you like me to use? We have 4.
Take them.
Yeah,
Take
just
them? Are you
them.
sure you're not going
Use
to use
it.
them, Mr. Dead in Space?
I've got 8 left.
Okay,
I'm,
alright.
I'm still in space. There's hope.
Yes,
Okay,
there's
I will
hope.
spend my
Watchers
last 2
watching
luck
me.
and the 4 community luck to give me a reasonable stat.
Yep.
21.
You can interfere, and as you start to
Yes.
do so, you can stop them from getting in things. You will
Yes.
not be able to backtrack them at
That's,
the moment.
well, as long as I'm stopping them, I suppose that's at least helpful. I'm just sitting there going, no. Stop it. No. Ah. You can desist.
I feel like there's like some
Do
intelligence.
not agree to
your
the
swipe.
terms and service.
Yeah. There's definitely an intelligence to like your swiping and like and denials.
Just
I-
keep setting up Capachus.
Yeah. I love that like maybe the way that you do this is that you connect the dots and you just see the pattern. You're like, no, get out of there. No, stop it.
No, I see what you're trying to do. You're not going to mess with any more of my numbers.
So the camera then pans back to Watcher. You fire. You heard Rex turn and say, now, no peeking.
And as per habit, it's turn to see what he missed. And And for firing solution, what blips are showing?
Roll me sensors.
Okay, so that's mech fighting.
Mech fighting +2 for sensors.
Okay. 17.
There is a single drone near Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Rex's engines are dead. Full power gone.
I want my $20 back. And
It's yen.
In this
What
game,
my-
yes.
I want my $20 back. And just not go full action, go a free action move closer
Yeah.
and then fire on whatever this is, because I don't know, it could get next one and explode. So we are going to fire for effect.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I mean, that's the thing about this game. You could still hit it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
13.
See, you know, you could still hit it. It could fail.
Tie goes to the
Tie
defender.
goes to the defender in this case. Would you like to spend any luck?
I will spend one, bring
One-
me down to 1 luck in my personal pool to hit it.
You will hit it. And again, this is it's not really like it had shielding. This is not a
Yeah.
You will knock
Oh.
this thing out of the sky. And at the minute lightning, Leo, you will see this. The audience will see this. There will be this moment of the pan of the camera as the minute Watcher shoots this drone, all of the combatants that are still alive or moving on the ship collapse. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Hey, I'm still alive.
Hey!
We fought a melee and didn't die.
Hey, that was a great swipe with the mono sword. I'm so glad I spent most of my money on that.
Good thing. I am.
So, how are we doing? How are we feeling?
Good. I'm
Oh.
mad. I'm mad that they messed with all of our mechs. This is
Yeah, immediately. Like we spend all this
and
time
my
building mechs.
logs.
yeah.
How long it's gonna take to
Oh my
fix
god, I
this?
love Princess so much. And like just
So we doing okay? Feeling all right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was great.
Much internal screaming.
Take
Yeah.
a shower
yeah.
now. I've got some brains on me.
I gotta go eat my Indian food and feel like eat my sorrows away.
So we're gonna go around. I will let my wonderful, fabulous friends tell you where you can find everyone, and then share some love with what happened today, and you know, a question that your character is thinking about at the moment.
Mm.
So why don't we go in reverse order this time? We'll start with Lindy. Hi, Lindy. How
Hi,
you
that's
doing?
me. Oh, I'm doing spiffy. Aurelia's doing okay. She's doing fine. She's pretty cool. She's got some brains on her, but I'm sure it'll wash out. Blood, maybe not as much, but you know, she does have the very nice quality material, so I'd like to imagine it's stain resistant. That was super duper fun. A little stressful. I was like, oh god, we're all gonna get shot or die or something. But no, it turned out we're actually pretty okay for the most part. What a way to open for this little mini series that we've got here with
Oh my God.
saboteurs are afoot. Gosh, I'm getting to. I like getting into Aurelia's skin a little bit, figuring out who she is as a person, and can't wait for her to bond some more with the rest of the crew because it's just exciting and fun. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. This Saturday we have our once a month episode of Aliens. Oh boy. If you haven't seen any of the episodes, it's a clusterfuck and it's a miracle more people haven't died. An actual like Roll20 miracle. And we have some very exciting guests this weekend as well. So definitely tune into that. We've got some hypersleep. We're going to some mysterious place called the Egg. It's very ominous. I don't like it. Yeah, it's real bad sounding. And of course, we have much better things happening on Mondays on my channel for Wanderlust and Wildmounts, and mostly happy D&D. And on Tuesdays, Ravenloft. I 3 weeks ago murdered everyone, TPK'd them, turned them into undead, and then they escaped from Necropolis just last night, and then I chopped all their heads off and put them in jars. So if you want to see how they try to escape that predicament as they're all sitting in beautiful little jars on a shelf, you should tune in next Tuesday. Yeah, that's me.
That's just a lovely descriptor.
Thank you.
That is a fabulous descriptor. It is wonderful. Thank you, second edition, Ravenloft. And then next
Yes.
up, Pope. Share some love, share what where we can find you, and a question that you have, or Watcher has.
I forgot the question.
Yeah, we'll come back to you.
First, I'll let's get those annoying plugs out of the way. Hey everybody, Pope here, Pope Worldbill on Twitter, Pope Worldbill on Twitch. I lurk in all your streams. If you want to see more of this ridiculous face, you get a few opportunities throughout the week. Primarily, it's Wednesday, where we have our double header. Starting out over on Follow Black Cat's channel, you get to see me play the second worst character I have ever played in Sherlock over in the spy game Hexcrawl. We may have just found out that we were the bad guys the entire time and are dealing with that. So definitely tune in next Wednesday there. And then don't forget to be back here at 8 p.m. where we get to see who lives, who dies, and if there is any hope for this ragtag group that is trying to save people from themselves. And then every other Sunday, over on Matev Savage channel, we are playing some Masks, A New Generation, Sunset City with our Mythfits. It's going real rough. There's been an unregistered field trip with part of the group as they go to Xanadu and are trying to negotiate for a supervillain to use another supervillain things. And that's just part of the group. One of them is still passed out back home, and another has, well, found out a bit of the truth of their origins and are dealing with that. So if you are in for young heroics and some amazing storytellers, let me just tell you, I am spoiled with everyone that I get to work with, but with they're amazing folks. So definitely tune in. That's 9:30 p.m. Eastern every other Sunday. And as for this, I am so stoked to be here. This is a great group, and I was so like rush off to get in mech because yes, can track things down, but also starting games are super deadly, folks. So having a bunch of mech grade steel between you and whatever's going on is just a good idea. So then seeing, Leo, Lightning, and Princess in freaking firefights aboard the ship, and Lightning just going toe to toe and not caring. So cool. And I am looking forward to so much to where this is going, to getting to interact with more of these incredible people. And the big question on Watcher's mind, aside from crap, I gotta save Rex again, Is does this have anything to do with the corpse? And if so, does it tie back to his family?
Very interesting question. Okay, Lindy, you forgot to give me your question.
Yeah, I think the main question on her mind is, who dare fucketh with my numbers? Has the audacity to fuck with these numbers? I think that's the biggest question she's got right now. She's also waiting for the very second that the captain's out of combat. Then she's going to tell him exactly what she was told to tell him, which is, the electronic warfare system on the ship is malfunctioning and needs a diagnostic now. The second they're like, oh, that's the last one. That's just, that's the word vomit that's gonna come out.
Yep, I can see it. Next up, hey PB, you have fun tonight?
Yeah, I had fun tonight. It was a good time. There was a little bit of everything. There was sabotage. There was death. There was a random leg on the ground with a shotgun in it. It's all in all a great time. Really, really enjoying this campaign. Hi, I'm PB from PB Plays Inside. You can find me on everything at PB Plays Inside. I mostly just kind of hang out on the other people's streams right now, but you know, I'll be there. And my question, I think it's just, who the hell are these guys? Just simply, who are they?
That is a question, isn't it? Who are
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. Prax, who has access to robots?
Oh, that's true. In the world?
Yeah.
Both sides.
Potentially, so it's very likely corpse.
Well, no. It could be either side.
I have a robot, so I mean, it could be either side.
Oh, right, that's fair. That's
but
fair.
mine just has laundry that they need to do now. His brains.
You're correct. You do have maid. Hey Eddie, how you?
Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, I'm alive. Doesn't happen all the time. You know, sometimes I just die the first day and I make a new character. Which I'm not gonna tell you about, but one of the things I'm Eddie Freeman. You can find me on Twitters and most other things as Pixel Knitter. I like to knit the pixels and create cool things. And I've found these lovely people playing role-playing games through Prax and other friends. And oftentimes you'll find me on other folks' streams. Sometimes I just play offline, but lately I've been the last year or so playing with AP Gaming Real in a BattleTech game where we are doing Mech Warrior Destiny, which is like the new version of it. And we've been playing a year now as nobles, trying to balance out the machinations of the world politics with now in more recent season, in the season 2, we are invaded by the Draconis Combine. We're mid-invasion right now. We're on this small little planet called Whittington. But yeah, we're playing as these nobles, trying to make sure that everyone stays alive. And there's this mech out there called the Nightmare that just looks terrifying. So that's where you can find me. Most Sundays we have an episode dropping for AP's Patreon crew, and then it comes out the next Sunday. So every Sunday we'll most likely have an episode going out. But that's where you can find me on the internet. And the question on my mind is, well, there's several, but the predominant one is, who is after me?
Who is after Rex? I mean,
Or no, sorry, even better, have they found me?
that is true. Both of those questions are very important to Rex's understanding of life for certain reasons that we might find out next week. But that brings us to Lynn. Wonderful, wonderful Lynn. How are you, my dear? Did you have fun
good.
tonight? Share
Oh,
some
cool.
love, and what's your burning question?
Oh, Chris. Oh god, this is a lot of fun. This is got mech fight. We got male fights. We got intrigue right in the first session. Starting off strong. I am excited. But I am Lynn Blanksters on Twitter, Twitch, every place where you can see my art and the games I played. This week is a busy week in addition to the regular sound games on Saturday. Where we are on Twitch, I think Wander DM. We are a bunch of godlings who are in a heist at an art museum, and we are maybe not doing as great as we thought we were going to be doing. So that should be fun. That should be fun. And on Sunday on Twitch.tv/Colonomicon, it is our one shot of Sword Lesbians, and I can't wait. I haven't played that. I am very, very excited. And on Tuesdays we're getting close to our finishing on Urban Shadows game on Twitch.tv Other Doc, where we have a party going on, and I'm playing my maybe tie for my second worst character. Mallory's is a piece of crap. So.
Okay,
and
look, we remember we evaluate it by did they fall in love with the demon that they plotted to sacrifice their own crew to release a horrible thing upon the world.
That's why I say tied for second. Because she works for a demon, so it was a similar aspect. I demons, you know, and on Wednesdays right before this, as part one of the two-parter with Pope, it's Hex Crawl. We are definitely the baddies, and I think Nyx might actually be the worst character I've played. She has no illusion. Yeah, she is.
Well, I love being murder mom and dad with you.
Yes, we're murdered mom and dad that are terrifying. The other two characters are like.
I need to see this because we've played some terrible people together, Lynn. If
I have a body count in that game.
I try to nurse everything out of that system to be the most lethal. I don't hold a candle. Also, Lynn is the queen of living at one.
Yes, that is
absolutely.
I got into a session half at 1 hit point, and we had a snowmobile chase. It's like.
I mean, I can see it. I have faith in you all.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of surviving 1 hit point, that was my last D&D session. My little wizard just strafed by with 1 hit point as we're fighting this giant space worm. Anyway.
Yeah.
We are. But as for me, all you know me, I'm at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter. Prexgorth is me before you see me around on Twitch. And thank you, Artosorian, for being our wonderful friends and allowing us to give away these PDFs. And we'll be giving another one away each week for the next weeks of this mini campaign that we're doing, this little OVA series. And as the camera pans and we see the camera pulls back just as the drone explodes, and we pull back onto this capital ship as the image goes to snow, and you just see pull back this figure in a chair, drumming their nails on the armrest. And glances to the side. Tell them they have go. And that's where we're going to see you all next week. But otherwise, check my Twitter because I always post where I'm going to be, all the fun, wonderful people I get to hang out with, all the great stories and tales I get to tell. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.